Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. DSM Classified's Facebook page hooked me up with a used valve cover with a pretty crappy paint job, but mine actually on my car right now has a crack on, no, it's on this side. It's running through, right down through here and across through the side, and I noticed in the bottom corner right down here I kept having a bunch of oil pool up. So I got this from one of the guys on there, so shout out to them. DSM Classified's Facebook page, you guys are awesome. If you ever need some parts, that's where you want to look. Those guys can pretty much get anything you want. Next few days I've got some more goodies showing up, but like I said, we're taking a different step today, and we're going to take and clean this grease off of this, and we're going to get the old paint off, and we're going to tape it up and paint it with a nice high temp black enamel, and it's going to come out hopefully a lot better than this. So this is step one right here, so let's go take a ride. Alright guys, so here we are back again at the happy little GSX. Let's jump in this thing and go for a ride. I don't think I've taken you guys for a ride yet. Sounds so good. Every time I shift, I love it. Pulling into the Advanced Auto Parts. There she is, guys. Alright. Let's go in and see if we can find some stuff. Alright, so I guess aircraft remover is a hard item to come by nowadays, so I ended up just settling for a little jug of acetone and a sanding disc kit for, oh, what was it? 20 bucks, I think it was. 3M Scotch-Brite kit. So this should be able to help me at least get some of the paint off that doesn't come off of the acetone. So we'll get right into this one. Clouds are starting to roll in, so hopefully we don't get rained on. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Back to the house. Alright, so we're back to the house here. We've got some paper towels, a squirt bottle filled with some water. We've got our Duplicolor acetone and our nasty old valve cover. So I'm just going to throw you guys off to the side and start trying to get some of this paint off and some of the grease off, and we'll see where we land in a few minutes. Alright, sorry for the wind, guys, but we're back here under the hood of the GSX. This valve cover has a big crack, and as you can see, there is a puddle of oil starting at the bottom here in the front. We're going to take this old beat up valve cover off, and we're going to get ready to throw our new one on. I just replaced this valve cover gasket maybe a month or two ago, and I noticed the crack then and tried to do a little quick repair on it. Obviously it didn't work. So I'm just going to rip this one off, reuse my gasket with a little bit of RTV. You need a razor blade, a 10mm ratchet, and a 10mm wrench. It's a pretty straightforward process, so I'm just going to show you a quick high speed and we'll get this thing pulled apart and put back together as fast as possible. Alright, so now that we got the old one off, we're going to go around the edge of the mating surface on the cylinder head, and we're going to clean off all the residue around here except for in the half moon space here, because I'm going to reuse this gasket and the half moon. I'm also going to peel the old gasket out of our old valve cover, which, like I said, I just replaced and it's still in really good condition. And we're going to save these spark plug gaskets also. So be careful you don't drop anything down in here, and try to cover it up if you can while you're not working on it. So what I'm going to do is clean this off a little bit, and then I'm just going to lay the old valve cover right on top of it until I have the new one ready to go. So our new valve cover looks really nice. I'm going to peel all the tape off all the lettering and clean up the letters a little bit. Probably going to leave them just silver for now, and we'll get ready to throw this thing back on the car. Alright, so there's our final product. I just removed the tape. All the paint looks like it's nice and dry. Let's flip this over and get it thrown on the car. You don't have to, but I took and put a little bit of RTV black in the little valleys here where the cam gears go, and in the corners, and a dab every 5 to 8 inches, and right in the corners here. I just wanted to make sure that this gasket stuck, and I put a drop down here in the bottom and one right on the inside of this, between the circle here and where the bolt goes, a little drop of RTV, and pressed all the gaskets in. I'd say the underside, it's not 100%, but it's at least 80% better than it was. So this one doesn't have any cracks. That's 100% all on its own. No more leaks, so we're going to go up front, put a very light little smear of RTV around the surface of the cylinder head before we stick this to it, and start putting our bolts back together. Alright guys, So after 2 days of sanding, painting, and ripping stuff apart and putting it back together, we are finished. This is our new valve cover. Everything looks pretty great on it. And if you'll notice, I'm missing a bolt right here on the timing cover. I still have it. It's right there in the tray. It's just, I didn't notice it, but down there in the bottom we have a broken off bolt. So I'll try to extract that at a later date, but here she is all put back together. I'm so excited. No more oil leaks, and it actually looks halfway decent in this engine bay for the first time. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any questions or comments for me. It's been fun, guys. Until next time.